And now all these Vedas, all these four Vedas, they have four accessory Vedas, that is Vice Veda, secondary Vedas. And these secondary Vedas, they are also important, they are very specialized, and you should know those secondary Vedas also, because without knowing those secondary Vedas, you could not know the real sense of the Vedas. So the four Upavedas, they are derived from these Vedas. From Rig Veda, Ayurveda is derived. This Ayurveda is very popular. You might be knowing Ayurveda. Ayurveda means that Veda which increases our age, means that is concerned with our health. That is Ayurveda. This is a medicinal text. And then from Samveda we have Gandharva Veda. Gandharva Veda means knowledge in music, in instrumental music, in vocal music, and in dance, as well as fashion and designing. That is the Gandharva Veda. And from Yajur Veda we have Dhanur Veda, that is military science and politics, military science and politics. And from Atharva Veda we have Shilpa Veda, that is construction, means architectural designing and carving designing, sculptural designing, that is Shilpa Veda. So these are Upavedas. They are also very important. Apart from these things, there are Brahmanas and Aranyaks. Brahmanas, they are commentaries, and they have clearly explained how you should know the Veda in real form and with real meaning and with real intent. There are many Brahmanas like Satpat Brahmana, Gopath Brahmana, and similarly we have Aranyakas, means those, Aranyak means forest. So those rishis, those spiritual people who lived in forest, they meditated there and they have compiled Aranyakas. These are meditative texts. They have philosophies and they have also rituals, meanings of rituals and their applications. There we have many Aranyakas also, like Brihadaranyak. So these Vedas, they are the base of Hinduism on Sanatana Dharma, and all Hindus and Sanatana Dharmis reward it, and no one can challenge Vedas because they are called Aparushe. Aparushe means that which is not created in normal sense by normal peoples. They are created by spiritual persons in meditative state, when they have realized the ultimate reality, and those ultimate realization. Those realizations are depicted here, and so they are called apaurushaya, means beyond human reach, because in that dimension where they have realized there is no human sense, there is no human ego or any human context or character or attributes. So Vedas are called apaurushaya. They are called divine and unchallengeable because their knowledge is pure and they are beyond logic. Beyond logic, that does not mean that you should not question, but even if you question, you will be satisfied, and that is more than the logic. This is why they are called apaurushaya, beyond human reach. And made for all persons of all generations, of all millennia, for all universe. And in fact, it is said that it is a manifestation of universe itself in scriptural sense. Means this whole universe has manifested in words, in Sanskrit, in Vedic form, in Veda form. That is the real essence of Veda. It is called Shruti. Shruti means that which is in the form of sound, words in brain only, and transferred from teacher to students, from guru to shishya. And it was written very later. Veda was written after many years later. Means when this universe was created, firstly Om was created, and then from that Veda was created, and from that Veda this universe was created. This is the essence of Veda. So this is called Shruti, means that which has been heard and not by ear. This is Veda can be heard, and that was heard can be heard. Even today we can hear, and our rishis, they have heard it, and not heard through ears but through special senses, through special sense that is called divya sense, divine sense. So they have heard in that dimension, and all the verses of Veda descended on our mind, our rishis mind, and they have then from centuries they have passed to their students, then students passed to their students, and in this way it was carried on, and later it was compiled by Vyasa. We have 27 Vyasa, Ved Vyas. Vyas means who has expanded. So these 27 Vyasas, they have expanded Veda, and the last Vyasa out of 27 was Krishnadvapayan Ved Vyas, and first was Brahma, and in between them there are 25 others like Parasar and many others. So this is a general introduction of Vedic text Veda and Aranyak, and now the philosophical text which is very popular, that is called Upanishad. This Upanishad text, there are many texts in this Upanishad category. It is said that around some 1180 Upanishads were there, but they were destroyed because of the constant attacks on India by Islamic invaders and Christian missionaries. At present we have around 200 Upanishads left, but among 200s we have 108 authentic Upanishads, and among 108 we have some around dozen of Upanishads very popular and very authentic. These Upanishads means sit down. Upanishads literally means sit down before a guru to know the real meaning of Veda, the real philosophy of Veda. So these Upanishads, they are philosophical and practicing text. Means you would be told how to meditate, how to realize ultimate, how to go to ashrama and observe the practices of guru and other students, how to behave, how to question. So these Upanishads, they are written in a series of question and answer form. When a rishi questions and Maharshi means the great rishi, they answer. Rishi means one who has devoted his life, who is now devoting his life for seeking of truth. And Maharshi, Devarshi are those who have realized that truth, and they are now delivering, they are now giving sermons on truth. So Upanishads, they are very good philosophical texts, means the best philosophical texts of the world, and they are genuinely very imaginative and very complex and very mind-boggling. So all the four Vedas, they have Upanishads associated with them. Rig Veda has 10 Upanishads associated with them. Some are like Aitreya, Kaushitaki, Nadabindu, Atmabodha, Nirvana Upanishad, Mudgal Upanishad, Akshamala Upanishad, Tripura Upanishad, and Bhavarishi Upanishad, like that. And we have Samveda, and associated with this Samveda we have 16 Upanishads. Some are Ken, Chandogya, Javali, Yog Chudamani, Maitreyi, Vasudeva, Kundika, Savitri, Sannyasa. Now Yajurveda, we have 51 Upanishads. And Shukla Yajurveda has 32 Upanishads, and Krishna Yajurveda has 19 Upanishads. So Shukla Yajurveda has Ishavasya Upanishad, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Hansa Upanishad, Paramhansa Upanishad, Subala Upanishad, Bhiksuka Upanishad, Maitrika Upanishad, like that. And Krishna Yajurveda has 19 Upanishads, like Katha Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad, Brahma Upanishad, Kaivalya Upanishad, Shvetasvatara Upanishad, Narayana Upanishad, Teja Bindu Upanishad, Yoga Tattva Upanishad, Dhyana Bindu Upanishad. Similarly, for Atharvaveda, we have 31 Upanishads. Prashna Upanishads, Mundak Upanishad, Mandukya Upanishad, Atharvashira Upanishad, Nrsimha Upanishad, Tapani Upanishad, Atma Upanishad, Surya Upanishad, Sarabha Upanishad, Sandalya Upanishad, Devi Upanishad, etc., etc. And other than these Upanishads, we have 27 other Upanishads. 14 are associated with Shiva, 8 is associated with Shakta, in Shakti, Durga, Kali, Shakta means the ultimate reality in feminine terminology. And Vaishnava, we have 14 Upanishads, and Yoga, we have 20 Upanishads, and Sannyasa, we have 17 Upanishads.